22 minutes past 8. There is apparently a new phenomenon known as the Poldark effect. Far too many of us, it seems, have been inspired by the BBC period drama.
What would you have me do?
I'd have you be honest, Ross. To her, to me, to yourself.
Am I not honest? Where am I not honest now?
Go to war, Ross. Play soldiers. Or stay home and save all of Cornwall. What it is to be married to such a great man.
It's not just the dramatic tension that's gripped viewers, it's also the dramatic scenery, encouraging so many people to visit the beautiful Cornish beaches that there are now complaints of overcrowding. So much so that the boss of Visit Cornwall, whose job is usually to try to attract tourists to the county, is asking visitors to stay away from the beaches. And we can talk to Malcolm Bell now. It's rather ironic, isn't it, that as a tourism chief, you're encouraging people to stay away rather than to visit Cornwall?
No, we are certainly inviting people to visit Cornwall. It's just two particular beaches which did feature in Poldark and has featured on a number of occasions. But because of social media, they've become too popular and people are getting real difficulty in getting to their peak periods. We've got over 400 beaches. We can certainly take the capacity and people can come down. It's just a matter of actually spreading people out and timing people so that we don't end up with this potential gridlock and real problems around two particular beaches.
Ultimately, this is a self-regulating problem, isn't it? If people turn up and they can't get into the car park, the beach is too full, they're not going to stop there. They'll move on and find one of the other many beaches you say Cornwall has.
It has, but for anybody who loves and knows our Cornwall, these particular beaches are down quite windy roads, so it's not always that easy to just quickly drive on. You've got to try to turn around and those situations, so it's sort of better if people check out listening to BBC local radio for the news on the traffic and basically just plan a bit ahead. Maybe go midweek, come back in the spring or the autumn when those beaches are fine. But on particular peak days and high points, particularly weekends, we have suffered from gridlock in some of these places.
Now, you say that this is particular beaches that are affected, but have you seen a rise in visitor numbers to the county across the board, possibly as a result of Poldark?
Oh, absolutely. We know it has an effect. It probably has an effect of around 10% of visitors that have been inspired either to come back or to come back early or to come for the first time. Dear Mr. Aidan Turner and his wonderful chest and scythe and walking out of the water is better advertising we could ever get. And, of course, there's actually loads of other beaches they've filmed on which we can point people to. So there's not a problem. It's just a matter of getting it clear that actually be careful on two beaches, plan carefully, maybe consider coming another time. But there are over 400 other beaches you can go to and of beauty and wonder, as you can imagine, this beautiful weather we've been having.
Because there are business owners who run pubs, hotels, restaurants who say they're concerned by any suggestion that people are being discouraged from visiting Cornwall because, of course, tourists bring in a huge amount of trade and money for them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's one of the bedrock industries. 1 in 3 households depends fully or partly on tourism and employs 53,000 people. So that's why it's great to be able to come on and say it's not about not coming to Cornwall. It's about two particular beaches. So, you know, Cornwall is open. There's plenty to do. There's wonderful things around southeast Cornwall in Lewes and Polperro, up around Bude, up around over 400 miles of coast. So for every mile, you've got a beach. So, you know, on those beach days, it's great. And then we've got over 150 attractions. So there's no problem. It's about informing, distributing so that people have a great holiday and enjoy Cornwall rather than actually getting frustrated being stuck down one of our beautiful Cornish lanes.
In other parts of the UK where they've seen a huge rise in visitors in the Isle of Skye, for instance, or Edinburgh City, there's been talk of a tourist tax. Is that something that you would welcome in Cornwall?
Not at all. I mean, about 30% of all tourist spend goes on tax. You know, Cornwall delivers around over 600 million in tax to the government. I don't think it's a matter of actually another tax. It's maybe a question of whether more of that money should come back from London, but it's already taxed. I think it's a fallacy to think that tourists aren't taxed. They are. VAT at 20% plus all the employment taxes. So it's already taxed. Maybe there's an argument about treasury gain versus local pain, which we could have, but not an additional tax, please.
Malcolm Bell, thanks for that.